Welcome to the Hivemind Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Hivemind, aka Kyle Kelly.
And what's going on, everybody? My name is MTG Cranium 707, your one-stop shop to the Hivemind and Slivers. Welcome back to, what is this, episode 8 now?
I think it's episode 7, maybe? I don't know.
Episode 7? I thought it was 8 for some reason. Regardless, 7, 8, it don't matter. We're getting closer and closer to the end of season 1, which I believe is going to be 12 episodes long each season.
Yeah, that's what our goal is right now. And I think we have one more guest this season coming on, and I'm not sure what episode that's going to be. But I also still want to thank everybody that's still with us, that supports us, and keeps hanging out and interacting with our stuff. You know, that same old thing.
Absolutely.
We still have we still have merch available through October 1st is the cutoff. So if you want shirt, hat, hoodie, get a contact Cranium, me, or Inkvale. Still, and yeah, I think that's all I got for all that.
Pretty much. Just want to say thank you guys for rocking with us. Special shout out to Not Just a Robin. Got a text from him a while back being like, I need somebody to make another episode so I can make some content. So here is your episode, my good sir. We do appreciate every single one of you guys that likes, comments, shares, anything like that, or just watches the damn video. It doesn't matter. You guys are a part of our community, and we love you for it. And we do have merch. If you guys go to either mine or Hivemind TikTok page, you'll see a link tree that will direct you to there. Any support would be great with that, because we are trying to get new equipment, aka maybe a new computer, or be able to meet you guys at a con sometime.
Yeah, vice versa. I'm still working on the Patreon, so I'm hoping to have that up here pretty soon as well.
Yeah, so any help would be greatly appreciated. Not obligated, obviously, to do that, but if you feel it in your heart to do that, that would be amazing. But regardless, we love you guys all. So let's get to the topic on hand. We're just going to jump right into it. Speaking of after doing that, talking about our merch.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about pretty much content creators and we're not going to single anybody out, but paying to play with your favorite content creators. It's been a hot topic this past couple weeks.
I've seen a lot of videos on this. People are kind of against it, and people don't mind. I've seen I don't know. It's hard to tell, where everybody stands. And I think honestly for this topic, a lot of people stand in the it's bad for business topic, I guess, kind of way.
Yeah. I could definitely see it being bad for business. Me personally, I know I'm never going to charge anybody to play against me. That's just kind of stupid. Now, if I was a person that had a $40,000 deck, or even a $40,000 card, or offered $500,000 for the One Ring, I would never in my right mind ever try and charge somebody $100 to play them and then only have a $200 cash reward. That just does not seem liable at all. But you know what? If people do it, it's your own money. That's on you. Whatever you want to do with your own money, I'm not going to judge you on it. I just think it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of up on the fence on this one for myself. I can see, charging when, like you said, if you're that well noted and or well off even, I'm not going to charge people to play with me. I created bad magic for a reason, right? So, and that will always stay free. I'm never going to charge into that. Now, at least I can say this much: if we once we get our Patreon going, there is going to be exclusive games to Patreons. I'm going to move that forward. But I'm still going to keep Bad Magic free, but we're going to have a Patreon game, available to people if they want it. You know what I mean?
It's not going to be some ridiculous number,
Yeah, like no, it's not going to be crazy.
What I've seen, and what I've heard, there's a CDH tournament coming up where I just moved to, and it's a $35 entry. I don't know how many participants are allowed. It's a proxy-friendly CDH tournament, but the grand prize is either a lightly played or a near mint Gaia's Cradle. And then second, third, and fourth place, they're getting Scrublands or something like that. $35 to potentially win an almost $1,000 card. That is worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's not stray and say that this one person does this, because it's not just this one person. There's multiple quote unquote bigger creators on the YouTube channels.
That do the same thing.
TikTok, that do the same thing at cons. Oh, you want to play a game with me? Okay, that's going to be between $10 and $20 or $30. I've heard stories of other content creators going there as a content, whatever affiliate,
right,
and getting scolded because they sat down at the free tables and were just playing with whoever, and they said, nope, you have to charge people for your time. That is right there. That's toxic as fuck, in my opinion. If you're a bigger creator and you're scolding other people for doing what they want to do, you're trash. Straight the fuck up, dude. I'm not even gonna be nice about it. You should not be a part of the community any longer just because you're an affiliate with WotC and you're a bigger name in this industry. Fuck off.
Yeah,
and that's what I gotta say about that. That's my unhinged version of that shit.
Well, obviously, I don't even know. I don't remember hear about that happening, nor did I ever hear about it. But I could see that making people mad. If you're actually getting scolded by somebody, to me, that's just poor taste. You know what I mean? I don't know. And it would be awkward enough to where I would just walk away and not want to play with them anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. And honestly,
I'm not talking about these players coming up to these people and being like, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" and just sitting down and trying to. No, this was another creator to another creator.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. If I was if I was playing in either of those pods, I would just get up and leave because I think that would just be too awkward for me to stay there anyway. You know what I mean?
Right. No. This is saying because this content creator went off in the free zone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to say is that would make it awkward enough for me to not want to be in that creator's pod. You know what I mean? Because now at that point you're that creator that just got scolded. And you wouldn't to me, if that was me, I wouldn't want to be there anyway. You know what I mean? I'd be like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna go, hang out somewhere else and play Magic. Why would I? Right. And I paid and I paid money to get a badge. I paid money to come to this con, and I'm a grown ass person. I ain't gonna sit there and take it from some dipshit in a con telling me what I can or cannot do. Fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Dude, real talk.
If you think you're gonna come out with me with some bullshit in public, nah, I'm popping off, and I'm gonna make you look like a fucking fool in front of everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And then I'll be the talk of the town for the next couple months. You know what I mean? Because they'll be like, some dude went off on Comic-Con on somebody,
What happened at Comic-Con? Well, this person came up and I told him to get on.
Got him! Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm saying, dude, I cannot wait to go to us going to our first con because it's gonna be like that. They're come do this, fuck off.
Yeah, but that's the thing is a lot of these people avoid confrontation, and a lot of these bigger creators get away with this. You know what I mean? So if somebody says something to them or you, some of these people just might shy it off of their, be like, whatever. They're just blah blah talking. Whereas I would turn around and be like, who the fuck do you think you are? No, fam, that's not happening here.
Right. And a lot of them do that because they are sponsored. They are, they have to save face. They have to, and in my opinion, that is just, what's a good word for it? You're just saving face, but you're playing a part which isn't really you. Yeah, inside your head, you're wanting to say something, but, oh no, I have to be the nice respect. Nah, fuck that. Let them know who you are. Like that sound on TikTok, Stop being so fucking nice and show them how mean you can be.
Right?
Like, speak your mind. Be respectful about it.
Right.
But at the same time, speak your fucking mind and hold your ground, type of thing. Like,
Right.
it's not. You be genuine. Don't be like, oh, I have to look a certain way and act a certain way, and or else I won't be a part of the community. No, you're still a part of the community.
Jeez.
Just be
That's
you.
so funny. And yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, man. Like, to me, there's a lot of people like that, though. As far as I know, like,
Right.
I've heard nothing but bad. Once you like become somebody, then you have to respect the values of the companies, and blah blah blah. It totally changes how you act around everybody else. It's like, I don't know, man. That just doesn't seem like a lot of fun.
And I'm not saying this about every bigger creator out there. Obviously, there are a lot of genuine good creators, and we all see them. We all know who they are. I'm not going to say any names. It's already a given. But some of these ones that everyone is oogling and ogling over, they're putting on a show for you. That's what it is. And behind the scenes, there's a lot of people in the community where they went through some shit after meeting some bigger creators.
Right.
And, and I'm sure there was some clause being like, if you talk about this, then we're going to sue you. Okay.
I'm gonna
exactly.
Don't sue me, please.
Don't sue me, please. And
God.
and that's the shittiest part, is they're using their weight, they're using their popularity and all that to their advantage. And hey, each their own. But we're kind of getting off topic with it. Like, the paying to play. If you guys genuinely feel like you want to pay to play with somebody,
I'm
not going to
look,
be the one
and this
to
is
tell
kind of
you. No.
This is kind of my opinion on this. I say go ahead and do what you want to do. Like, if that's what you want to do it. Who cares? Right. If you want to be the person that charges that much, go for it. We'll see how many people you actually get to play with you. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to. Now, this is the big question. Now, would I pay $100 to play with Post Malone? Probably. I mean, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, no, because Posty's a genuinely good dude, but like, that prize pool would not be like, oh, you double your money. No.
Right, but at that point, you're not even you're not even playing for the prize pool. You're playing because you wanted to play with somebody that you've always wanted to play with. You know what I mean? I think that's the big difference, You're
playing with a real celebrity, not a washed up NFL player. What?
Oh, jeez.
Did I say that? Oh, God. Sorry. Garbage.
God dang, man.
So that's just, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. If you want to pay $100 to play a 4-turn game because they're going to play their super competitive, high-powered deck, sure, by all means, do it. Do it. See how you like it, and if you don't like it, well, it's gambling, baby. You win some, you lose some, type of shit.
Right.
But be very cautious with doing stuff like that, because maybe that experience isn't the experience you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, or it's like not the experience that you were actually looking for. You know what I mean, in a sense.
Right. Like, you'll see somebody's true colors, and you know what? It could be the best experience of your life.
Yeah, and like that's the difference. It's like everybody, look, and I'm not even advocating for this person, and I've never even met this person in real time. You know what I mean? People are just like speculating that he's bad.
Right.
In my opinion. But
well, there is some evidence, but that's hearsay. You had to kind of experience it on your own. But you know what? Everyone has the right to their own opinions on anybody.
Correct.
And that is your God-given right. So, teach their own. That's what I think the general consensus of this is to each their own. You want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you think it's a waste of money, cool.
Right.
I don't think it's a real good thing in the community per se, but I'm
Yeah,
not
I
one to
mean, this
tell
is where
people
I'm at
what to
with it
do
too. Is
because we're
like
all our own fucking.
I hated it. Like, let's compare this to the gaming community. Like, I hated it when microtransactions uh, went in games. Right? Hated it.
Right.
So
Right.
like it doesn't really get you ahead in the game. Maybe some games it did back in the day, but like mostly microtransact. Every game now comes with skins that you have to buy. That if you really want it, like I think the
Right.
worst offender is what Fortnite. You know,
Right.
probably COD at this point. I don't know, I haven't played games in
Right.
forever. Um,
Right. And
but
whatever happened, and see that it's the thing that's ruined gaming because the grinding games are just a thing of the past. There are a few that are still good, but
right,
whatever happened to when you play, you upgrade type of thing, you know?
right.
Like, holy cow, I miss
And I mean,
those
let's look
days
at
of
even
gaming.
the Arena client. The Arena client's really an offender of the microtransactions. You know, paying to play. I
Yeah,
mean, you don't have to pay to play, but if you want to actually grind it out, it takes years. You know what I mean? So it's
right,
like,
right.
oh,
It's like one of those mobile games where, like, in the beginning, it's super cool, it's super fun. You're like, oh, I'm making so much progress, and then all of a sudden, you upgrade your like headquarters, and it's gonna take like 15 days. What?
yeah,
Unless you pay $6.99 and you can speed it up by 9 hours. Like, oh, dude, like, and really, it's just I get it. They got to make money too, but at the same time, like, not in this economy. I'm sorry, I got better things to use my money on. Playing card
not in
games.
this economy. Jeez.
Not in this economy. What are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to spend
But yeah,
look,
I
if
mean,
I'm going to spend $100 on something, it's not going to be to play with somebody,
right,
or it's going to be an upgrade to one of my CDH decks, or a new precon, whatever, dude. Like,
right.
you have better things to
I
spend your
mean,
money on.
I'm pretty sure there was a money or a video explaining what cards you can buy for under $100.
Yeah, there's not just cards. There's a lot, right?
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff you can use $100
Yeah,
on.
there's a lot,
California, that's like a half a tank of gas. Like.
right?
So it what you want with your own money. You're your own person, but be wary. And this can kind of transition into the next subject of the pod or of the podcast, I should say, is like red flags to look out for and just be cautious of who you let into your circle and um into your pods and who do you want to play with and whatnot, because let's just be honest, we've been around on TikTok for a long time, right?
Yeah, years. I mean, we're going on
We've
years now.
seen, yeah, like we've seen, we crawled through the trenches and got through the bullshit for all these new creators to kind of have it a little bit easier. And you know what? It's been rough. It really has been. And I think that's why a lot of creators that these newer creators just haven't seen aren't there anymore.
Right.
A lot of the older people that we came up with in TikTok aren't around. They stopped making content for their own reasons, had to focus on something else in life. But I think a lot of it was because of all the stupid people that were being invited into the community,
Right.
and the same
That were
can be
just
said
causing
for
havoc.
pods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like
Right,
these people
causing
were
havoc.
right, and these people had made their way into pods, playing with other content creators, yada yada
Right.
yada. You know.
Started gaining traction, and then their true colors showed of
Yeah,
who they really were.
and
And
then
you already know, I got played like a fiddle by
right.
a certain somebody who shall not be named, and I almost got dragged in with that shit, and I regret even like platforming the dude.
Right.
And to this day, I will never ever associate myself with that person. But and this goes to show, like in pods, like when you show up to an LGS, right? And I haven't dealt with it because I meet up with people that I know, or I've met some really good wholesome people to play with. But I know at LGSs there are going to be people that show up and they're the pub stompers, right? They're the ones that have never heard of deodorant in their life, or bring their little waifu figurines or
Jeez.
something like that with them, and they're the ones that are like, oh, tip of the cap, milady,
Right.
type of
Like
people.
what?
Right, like the ones that just go, oh, I never knew my deck could do that. Yeah, you did. I remember playing specifically with and it was in casual casual fucking commander where this guy was playing a Cascade deck. And I know what Cascade does. I play the first sliver, so I should know what Cascade does.
Right.
And he proceeded to pop off like turn 2 while we were all after the rule 0 being like, oh, this does this and kind of, and I, it's not really a fast deck. I'd have no fast mana. I have no fast rocks. When it gets going, but it takes a while to do it.
Right.
And then he proceeded to pop off, cascading everything like turn 2 or turn 3. All of us were just like, what was going, what? That's not what we had talked about. And he's like, oh, well, my deck's never done this before. My friends don't really let me play this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I made a comment being like, yeah, I think there's a reason your friends don't let you play this because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, something stupid. And you gotta really assess who you bring in, who you platform, who you want to.
And that's a lot of work in itself too, because you're always
right.
You're always like kind of like, well, do I trust these people? Like, yada yada yada. Because, and it's always I always find out through like videos or other people like that these people aren't who they sought out to be, right? So it's like
right.
geez, you know what I mean?
And I mean, I'm so glad that like we have gotten to a point, and I'm gonna do some shout outs real quick. And I'm sorry if I miss people in here. This is no offense. These are just people that I've either played with a lot or I built up relationships over the past years, like Dave, Inkvale, Thane, Big Country MTG, Funtime Nerds, Mother Chucker, Not Just a Robin, Stratosphere, Al, Mark Lewis, all these people that we've known for all these years. We may not have met in real life, not all of them,
right?
But these are solid people, and it goes beyond the game. Like, I'm in a group chat, and I'm pretty sure you are with them as well, with those 9 creators or whatever. And it's really it's a wholesome thing, because if one of us is down, they all pick each other up, or like. Not Just a Robin's always dropping, hey, Secret Lair's coming out at this time, or giving information about something that's going on in Magic.
Right.
Even like a personal, like he just got married. And congratulations, by the way, to the both of you. That was the most adorable wedding pictures I ever seen in my life, and I loved them.
Super awesome.
But, yeah, super, super awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. And like Rip Pull Repeat, and like all these good people. By the way, all these people that I just mentioned, go follow them on TikTok. Go follow them on Instagram. You will not regret it. These are good people. And I love every single one of them. I've gotten to know them on a personal level to a degree. And those are the people that I want to surround myself with. And, now meeting like the Cauldron Boys, great group of people. Ironborn Gaming.
The Salt Shaker
people. All these people out there. The Salt Shaker. All of them, dude. Like, Lexi Dan, he helped me pack up my moving van.
Right.
Someone I had met on TikTok and knew through there, and he came over on a whim because some people dropped off, and he was like, yeah, I'll come help you. Like, good-ass people, man, that I just wholeheartedly am so thankful that they are in my life and in the MTG world. And this would have never been possible without, like, TikTok.
Right.
Like, me and you, I would have never met you if it wasn't for TikTok. And I'm so appreciative that we get to do this now. You know what I mean? We get
right. This is great.
Little fun thing that we get to do, And we have the longest running pod on TikTok. Like, hands down, we've been doing this for over 3 years now. Like,
it's actually one of the longest running pods on the internet, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it is. Like, solid, like, same people, There's other people that have been doing it for a while, but whatever, they bring in new people. But I couldn't have asked for a better person to do this with. You're a brother to me, and I love you, man. And I'm getting all sappy in this podcast, and I'm hoping this is bringing some tears to people's eyes listening right now. But I love it, and it's great. And that's who you want to surround yourself with, is people that are like-minded, people that
will bring you up and not like always complain, right. Or it's okay to complain, but not like every day. Like, I don't want to be around somebody that complains every single time I talk to them. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with having those emotions. Like I tell my son, there's nothing wrong with having emotions, but we can't hold on to those emotions forever, especially with like anger or stuff like that. there needs to be a regulation, and that's with relationships, that's with MTG, that's with anything. You need to regulate yourself to keep a good mental health. So, yeah, man, and it's awesome to see. I've experienced, and I know you've experienced this too, in CDH. There is way more positivity. I'm sure there are bad apples, just like every other thing out there that's big. There are gonna be just
you're gonna get the
smell you through my phone.
You're gonna get the ick from somebody, like type of thing.
Right. Yeah, it's just like I can smell you through my phone type of people. Like, I don't want to be a part of that shit.
Right.
And you're gonna get it regardless, but choose to move on from that at the same time. So
yeah, and you have to do it fast too, I noticed, because the longer you let it sit around, the more your group or the people that you're playing with won't have fun playing anymore. You know what I mean? And I know with the few things that happened in our pod over the couple of years, the last 4 years or whatever we've had it, the things that have happened, we took care of it real quickly. You know what I mean? So it's not like we left it linger around.
There was one that was lingering for a while, but it got brought to light. But I mean, I know what you're saying. You have to just address it then and there instead of letting it build up.
And it sucks to do that because a lot of people, you want the people to do better, but in some cases you just can't. You just let it move on. You know what I mean? That's the decision as a person. Especially for Magic players and other TCG players. Because a lot of people in this community aren't confrontational, right? They don't like confrontation. Like I said, they brush it off or whatever. Sometimes you actually have to be confrontational, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Right.
To get to where you want to be. That's how I got Bad Magic to where it is today, right? Is I want it to be a fun, safe space for everybody that I want to surround myself to come play Magic, or even new people coming in to feel like they're welcomed and want to be a part of it, right?
Right.
And that's exactly how I designed it to be, and I'm not saying it's a good model for everybody, but if you attack issues early, it's gonna end up better for not only you, for the rest of your pod that you're trying to keep around. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely, I 1,000% agree with you on that. You have to do the things that make you uncomfortable in order to keep that same aura and keep that peace for not only yourself but for the people that you invite in your space as well.
Exactly.
It's a safe place for everyone to enjoy the game.
Yep.
So yeah, man.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was, and you know what? It needed to be said. And I'm sure, some people are going to take things a certain way after we said some stuff, and that, that's okay.
It's all opinion based anyway. I mean, to be honestly, it can go either way. Now, if people just come on our page and start dogging us, that's cool. We're just going to talk shit right back. Come at it,
Right.
We don't care.
Bring it on, you weed bastards.
I don't know, but that's just the way I am. I honestly, like I said, I don't care either way. If you support it, don't support it. To me, either party is gonna win no matter what. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
I think there's just a way about going about and doing things, differently maybe than actually going about the way that said people did. Or said people still do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. To me, it's just another, it's like the whole proxy topic. You know what I mean? That seems to come up every, month or so for some stupid reason.
Right. For some dumb ass reason. I don't understand it, but hey, do you, boo? Like, if you don't want to have proxies, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want a proxy, I like you. But, don't gatekeep the fucking game, but you're like, well, yeah, I won the card, the proxy. Okay, tell that to a CDH player. He's going to laugh in your face and be like, yeah, you're high out of your mind thinking I'm going to bring a $14,000 deck of all original cards. Right. Mm-hmm, sure.
For real. Oh man. Yeah. So I guess we'll move on to the next segment because I'm done with all that. Do we have anything for gas or ass?
We do have something for gas or ass, and it's a special one just for you, heir to Phyrexia.
Uh-oh.
There's only one comment. We had commented on Cranko and one other card last time. This one is good old Mommy Alesh Norn. Or the flip side is the Agent.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Argent Etchings. Okay, so this one, right, you're gonna have to go ahead and read it for the people.
So, all right, here we go. It is a 2 white, 2 generic, casting cost, legendary creature, vigilance, 3/5. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1. Nice little stacks portion, right? Or life loss. And then you can pay 1 white and 2 generic, sacrifice 3 other creatures, exile Leshnorn, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. And the flip side of this is a saga.
Okay.
So the saga, obviously, after your draw step, add a lore counter. So the first one is incubate 5 times, then transform all incubator tokens you control. So this is a token, you're incubating things.
Right. Which I thought, honestly,
the second portion, I didn't like the incubator.
I mean, either. It was like one of my least favorite things that came out in that cycle. And not only is it terrible for regular commander, it's terrible for CDH as well. So keep going.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's garbage. The second portion of the saga is creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain double strike until end of turn. Not bad, but you still have to get to that second saga.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third portion of the saga, which is probably my favorite, especially if you are a Phyrexian Kindred player, you destroy all other permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. Exile the Argent Etchings, then return it to the battlefield. So you can keep flipping this thing, right?
Right.
You can keep just turning good old Mommy Pizza Head.
Basically, it's a board wipe on a stick once you get to the
right,
the last part of the saga, correct? And then it flips back over.
Right. And I mean, I'll say the front side, the Vigilance 5 for 4.
I think
meh. Alesh has always had a kind of.
I think this has a home in some spots in casual, like the casual side of things in the 99. I don't see it as a face commander though, because even if I was to pick an Elish Norn for the commander for the command zone, I'd probably be doing Mother of Machines or the original one over this one.
Right.
To be honest.
Right. And I'll say this, like, if this was a black-white, like, life loss, life gain type of strategy, exquisite blood and all that.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
It's a good source on the front to where it's like, hey, you swung at me. Do you pay 1? Have any, or you're going to lose 2 life, and then I'm just going to kick off right now. I think it's decent and casual. CDH, no, not at all.
Not at all.
It is complete boo-boo.
And even in CDH, I believe the other Eldritch Norns don't even see play, and this one for sure won't ever.
I think the only one that would be Mother of Machines.
Yeah, and that one's like fringe. That's even fringe, though. You know what I mean? That's still kind of, and only in certain decks.
I took that one out of. Right, and I took that one out of my Alesh Norn deck because it's 5, and yeah, it doubles the triggers, but like.
Oh, you mean Traxa or whatever?
Do that. Yeah, or I'm sorry, Traxa Grand Unifier. I took it out of that one.
Yeah.
And I put it in my Myral deck because it makes more sense in Myral. I can do that. But yeah, I don't see I think casual boo-boo and CDH.
I'm gonna say for this one ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna say ass completely too. Like, you already know me. I'm a Hivemind. I don't like Pizza Head to begin with.
Jeez.
We all know Atraxa should have been the leader. It's either Atraxa or your favorite, that little mite, the only Hivemind portion of the Phyrexian.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Skrelv.
Yeah,
See, everybody loves Skrelv.
12 or everybody loves that little ugly bastard. But yeah, Atraxa should have been the leader of that onslaught because Atraxa was the only one actually gaining ground. Everyone else got their asses handed to him.
Right.
But besides Jin, I mean, Jin, it's you and me have already talked about this. Jin, I think, is still alive.
I think so too. But you know, story writers, whatever.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Sorry. So don't forget in this video, if you made it up to this point, comment your favorite commander or a card that you like, and we'll say if it's either ass or gas in EDH, and we'll say if it's ass or gas in casual. Mostly in casual, it's probably going to be meh. There are some gas cards in casual, but CDH, not every card is CDH viable, right. CDH worthy. You can make it a high-powered casual, but it does not mean it's going to be a CDH.
And that includes to our new set. We just had Bloomborough come out. We went over a few cards in that set, and then I think maybe by the next couple episodes we'll be into Dustborn, which is kind of cool. I'm sure we'll see a few cards out of that we're going to talk about. So,
you know what? In fact, let's see. I don't think we talked to because they didn't really reveal a lot of stuff.
There is one that does. There is one that I'm excited for that goes into one certain deck. That's coming out. It's a Doomsday Excruciator. So, Crick players rejoice. We get, for 12 life, a creature demon flying. When Doomsday Excruciator enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of the library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Okay. Now, I don't think this will see play in any other CDH deck except for Crick. And even so,
right.
This is a fun card, but at the same time, it's kind of iffy too, because if you do this turn 1, you're risking a Thoracle win for one of the blue players. So if they drew their Thoracle, right, and they have the devotion, you're in trouble. You've lost the game for everybody. But on the flip side, this can be real good because you can potentially exile everybody's wins cons. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna. So I think this will see a little bit of play. I'm gonna definitely test it out, and we'll see where it goes.
Right. I think I'm looking at the spoilers that they have right now. I like Collected Company. I don't think it's necessarily CDH viable, but it's 1 green, 3 colorless. Look at the top 6 cards. Split 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order.
Yeah.
You could, pull a Dranith. You could.
Yeah, I mean,
do something.
Yeah. It's just Collected Company, though. I just don't like cards that limit your searching. So, like the top 6 in CDH, most of the time you're gonna miss. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So for me, that's a no-go on that card.
Right.
For 4,
now, I did see something about I don't know if it's true or not, but something about the Meat Hook Massacre 2.
Yes. So they're printing that. There's also the special guest slots we're getting. They have Showcase. I'm actually kind of excited for this set because Aminatu is actually in the story this time. So if you didn't know, she lost her. I think she lost her spark. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go read the lore on this one.
I think she did.
But she is one of the, I believe, commander decks coming with this set, which is super cool because obviously, I ran Aminatu as a casual commander for a very long time. Love that card. But yeah, super can't wait. I know a lot of people are excited for this set. And with the quality of sets we've had this year, I think this is going to be probably one of the better ones. Even though it's a standard set, it's still going to be fun.
This isn't a bad one. Enduring Tenacity. Have you seen that?
No.
It's an enchantment creature. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. During Tenacity dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control.
Oh, yes. Okay, so
that's a pretty decent card.
That's interesting. So it's like the veto, but once it gets killed, it goes to an enchantment kind of thing.
Right. not too bad of a card. I think that could see some play depending on the strategy of what you're going for.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of fun casual cards in this set for the most part, but maybe we'll see a few CDH bangers. You never know.
Like, and Kenrith gains life, right?
Yes.
And one of it, yeah. So that honestly could go in Kenrith, and that's a game.
Yeah, if you want to go down that route, yeah, because you get infinite treasures, just cast that and boop boop boop. Right. You know.
Not too bad. I'm definitely digging the art on a lot of these cards.
Yeah, no, it looks like a fun set.
Yeah, it does look. We went from cute and cuddly to, oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I think I'm done for this week.
I think so too.
I do believe this was episode 7, so we'll see everybody at episode 8. And as always, thanks for hanging out with us and listening to us talk about our favorite game, Magic the Gathering.
Hell yeah, and thank you for joining us. And as always, for the Hive.
Glory to Phyrexia.